Corazon Aquino never dreamed of leading a revolution. But her people-powered movement overthrew strongman Ferdinand Marcos, restored democracy to the Philippines, and made this unassuming widow president. Ray Nance. He was the last of the Bedford Boys, 34 young men from a small town in the Blue Ridge foothills. They joined the National Guard together, and together they were among the first to land at Omaha Beach on D-Day. 22 never made it home to Bedford. No American town suffered more.
The story should be told, even though it's not easy to tell it. People should be told about such young men as those, fine young men.
We tell Ray Vance's story today, and we say thank you. Many fine young men and women lost their lives fighting for their country this year. More than 450 Americans were killed in Iraq and Afghanistan. These are the faces of just a few. From lives lost to lives saved, Norman Borlaug may have saved more lives than anyone who ever lived. Hundreds of millions of lives. He did that by teaching the world to feed itself with high-yielding wheat and rice. Dr. Borlaug was the father of what came to be known as the Green Revolution, and it earned him the Nobel Peace Prize.
We pray that she shall be healed.
Oral Roberts was the father of televangelists.
The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords!
The first of the Pentecostal preachers to turn first to radio and then to television to heal the faithful.
Give me your attention.
Millard Fuller believed that charity begins with homes. He founded Habitat for Humanity, which built hundreds of thousands of houses for poor people around the world. Albert Crew let us see the image of a single atom for the very first time. No small thing, what Albert Crew did. Norman Brinker gave us casual dining. We can thank him for the salad bar.
Put in a quarter, turn out the light.
And John Hufftaling dreamed of a way to ease the weary traveler. The Magic Fingers vibrating bed.
Magic Fingers makes you feel all right.
On the subject of Magic Fingers, watch this. That's Les Paul. He was a virtuoso. He changed the sound of music with his electric guitar. No less than Duke Ellington called Louis Bellson the world's greatest drummer. Can't beat that. And on keyboards, we couldn't beat Ferranti and Teicher. That's Art Ferranti on the left. Lou Teicher died last year. Now Art Ferranti is gone too. Television lost some towering talent this year. Larry Gelbart wrote one of the most successful programs in television history. He wrote hit movies too. I need to write to find out what I'm thinking, he once said. Rick Mizzy thought writing TV theme songs was a snap.
I went ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. That's why I'm living in Bel Air.
The Addams Family.
Hi, Maud.
The snappy comeback was B. Arthur's stock in trade.
Mother, it's after 8 o'clock.
Carol, I'm proud of you. Only 27 years old and already you tell time.
As Maud, and later as Dorothy in The Golden Girls.
Here's Johnny.
Ed McMahon needs no introduction. As Johnny Carson's genial sidekick, we welcomed him into our homes every night for nearly 30 years.
Would you mind turning around for me, please?
Ricardo Montalbn was one of the first Mexican-born stars in Hollywood.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
But perhaps we remember him best from those weekly trips to Fantasy Island. And remember this? Soupy Sales figured some 20,000 pies were thrown on his TV shows in the 50s and 60s. Even Frank Sinatra thought it was hip to be hip.
Frank Sinatra doctor knows my friend, I'm so hip.
Blossom Dearie was as hip as they come,
But not
a cabaret singer with a
like
wispy
you, 'cause I
sound.
don't wear a beard.
A critic once called Blossom Dearie chic, sleek, and squeaky clean, a voice in a million.
Just ask me if you're in doubt, 'cause I'm hip.
Watch those hips. That's Frankie Manny, the dance legend who was master of the Lindy Hop well into his 90s. Any soundtrack of the 60s is bound to include hits from the Ellie Greenwich songbook.
The night we met, I knew I needed you so.
Among 60s songwriters, Ellie Greenwich was
Leader of the pack.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
and millions did. Every day for more than 60 years, Paul Harvey was about as big as there was on radio. We pause to remember him today, too.
Right now, page 2.
Yeah.
Don Hewitt was about as big a force as there was in television news.
Then forget 16 minutes, then you don't get on this week. Yes,
It seemed words like legendary were created with him in mind.
Couldn't be better.
What Don created here at CBS was an hour of television that transformed broadcast news.
It's a kind of a magazine for television.
The secret of his success.
It's 4 little words. Tell me a story.
Some very fine storytellers left us this year. John Updike, the great American novelist who captured the spirit of middle-class Americans with his profound prose.
My attempt has been really to, beyond making a record of contemporary life, which is what you inevitably do, is trying to make beautiful books that are models of how to use the language, models of honest feeling, models of care.
Horton Foote wrote beautiful stories for the stage and screen, gentle tales of life in small towns of the South. Marilyn French, her novel, The Women's Room, became a feminist classic. Dominic Dunn, he gave us the lowdown on high society. And Frank McCourt, he gave us Angela's Ashes, a moving memoir of his miserable childhood in Ireland that he called his epic of woe.
I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home.
For a time, Ireland had no greater musical ambassador than Liam Clancy. With his brothers Tom and Paddy and their friend Tommy Makem, all in their trademark sweaters, they brought Irish folk music to the whole world. Even a president's Irish eyes were smiling when the Clancy brothers and Tommy Makem performed.
You'll find the Irish here.
Liam Clancy was the last of the group, and now Liam Clancy is gone too.
Good evening, everyone. Here is the news.
He was, to put it plainly, the man we trusted most to tell it the way it was.
That's the way it is. Thursday,
Walter Cronkite was our national anchor during turbulent times.
The Supreme Court today legalized abortion.
A flurry of activity at the Jack Ruby trial
The
today.
indictment of President Richard Nixon.
Television news came of age on Walter's watch when we remember the momentous events of our day, the tragedies.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
The triumphs.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Oh, boy.
We remember Walter Cronkite reporting. Thank you, old friend. You'll be a part of those memories always. And thanks to them all, and all we could not name, for the gifts they gave us,
Good luck, athletes.
the moments we'll cherish.
And that's the way it is.
We remember today that they died. We remember forever that they lived.